and welcome back to the Sports Doyen. We are back with the Unsung Sporting Tales where we talk about the hidden gems of Indian sport. This is your host Prathamesh, and joining me today is Miss Bhushita Ahuja. Her contribution at such a young age to the sport of chess is already illustrious. She is the founder of Samvedna Foundation. She is also UNESCO's Millennial Writer Award owner. She's the author of Open Your Wardrobe for Answers and a Delhi State Under 17 Women Chess Champion. It is indeed a pleasure to have you here, Bhushita. How are you doing?
Thank you so much. I'm doing really good, and thank you for the wonderful introduction and for inviting me today.
Yeah, I think a lot of viewers already have this question, but since I've mentioned so many good things that you've already done, a little curiosity is how are you able to do this at such a young age, and how old are you actually? Because it's incredible that you've already done so much.
Thank you so much. So, I am 16 years old and I'm
Wow.
currently in 11th grade. And I feel that whatever I've been able to do is because I manage my time very well, and I try to, cut down on wasting my time in other things and trying to focus on my priorities.
Oh, that's incredible maturity at the age of 16. I must really say. So
Thank you.
probably by the end of this video, I will probably learn a few things from you. Well, regarding to that in in particular, we will start obviously with chess first, and it is a pretty difficult game for many to understand because
Right.
there are a lot of things that within chess it looks easy on the outside, but when you start playing it, it's incredibly difficult. I used to pursue chess personally when I was in third or fourth grade as a co-curricular activity along with cricket. So it was indeed interesting. It made me it gave me an insight about what you could do tactically, analytically, and then it helped me with cricket later. So how was your chess career? How did it start, and how did that passion within you grow?
Sure. So I was actually 7 years old when I started playing chess, and my brother started playing it with me. He's 2 years younger, so he was five at that time. And
Okay.
my mother, she read in a parenting book that teaching your kids chess is actually a great thing because it improves their memory, it helps them focus, it helps them concentrate, and it basically, makes them a better person.
Okay.
So, just like any other board game, she taught us how to play chess. But the reason why our interest in this game developed so much was because we both really, got hooked onto it. And
Okay.
because we both had each other to play this game, we started, playing a lot of games. We started challenging guests who would arrive at our home, and we both would together, analyze our matches. And this just made us really passionate about the sport. And then we also got enrolled in a chess academy, and we started learning the game professionally. But before that, it was because it was such a mind boggling game, and we both, my brother and I, we both loved challenges, and we both liked to do things that actually challenged our mind. And chess was such a game because every position is a problem, and you're trying to find a solution out of that problem.
Yeah.
So it really intrigued us, and that's what actually made us continue this sport for so many years. It's been almost 9 years since I've been playing this game. And I think once we started practicing in an academy, we started learning the game professionally, and we used to play weekly tournaments, and we used to practice a lot. We used to even play 8 hours a day at a point in time. So
Wow.
that's how our journey that's how our journey progressed. And we soon started playing state level, then we moved on to nationals, internationals. So it didn't happen very fast. It was a very long process, but gradually we were able to improve our game, but it required a lot of practice.
Yeah, definitely. I think I still remember I used to play for half an hour. My brain used to get fried out. And imagine playing for 8 hours and do it every day. It must have been incredible. Uh,
it
as- it especially, I think what it really contributes to is your patience, your perseverance, and I think a few
True.
more qualities that are really important.
Definitely.
So, probably that is one of the reasons why I can see that you've done so many good things already. We will
Thank
talk.
you so much.
We will come straight to the under 17 championship, which you won for the Delhi State. How was that experience? Because being a champion at any level, especially at the state level, must be an exciting feeling. And describe that. How did you feel at that very moment?
Sure. So it was actually, the how I became Delhi State under 17 champion. That was a very interesting story because
Okay.
at that time I was actually playing another tournament. I was playing Commonwealth at that point, and Delhi State was clashing with Commonwealth. So I had
Okay.
already enrolled myself for Commonwealth, and it was like I had to make a decision whether I am going to play Commonwealth or Delhi State. But either of the competitions I really did not want to miss out on, and luckily they were happening in the same venue but at different times. But
Okay.
generally when you're playing a tournament, you try not to overexert yourself, because if you play 2-3 games in a day, it really gets very overwhelming.
Yeah.
But I was very sure that I wanted to play both Delhi State and Commonwealth, and I took this decision that I'm going to multitask and I am
Okay.
going to play both these tournaments at the same time. It was a very difficult decision, and my parents weren't really happy about it. They were like, Delhi State, the registrations began later. I had already registered for Commonwealth, and I had already submitted the fees, and everything was done. So they were insisting me that I focus on my Commonwealth, and I
Okay.
do I miss out on Delhi State this year. But I was like, really hoping that under 17, it's under 17 and I really have chances of winning this time. So I really wanted to take part. I didn't want to miss out on it, so I actually had to go against their wishes, and the whatever they said at that point. And I was like, I'm very sure, and I really had this belief in myself that I can crack this one.
Okay.
So while everyone would play 1 or 2 games, I played like 5-6 games in a day. I was literally the whole day I was sitting and playing chess, one game after the other. But I think it was that belief that I had which actually made me champion, because I was so sure, and I was just like, nothing can stop me. I want this and I will do it. Of course, before the competition, a lot of effort was put in. I had to spend a lot of time practicing my positions, my openings, and making sure that I was in the right state to play and actually get this achievement. So yeah, after that, but I was able to do well, and I kept my concentration, and I between matches I would just close my eyes, relax, try to get ready for the next game. And after I won under 17, I was really 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 happy. I don't have words to express that, the moment, at that moment, what I was actually feeling. Because if you worked so hard for something and you
Yeah.
finally achieve it, then you feel really good.
I think many people in that very particular instance would have chosen one over the other, because then had you won either one, you still have the regret कि okay दूसरा वाला खेलने नहीं मिला. That would be a little difficult to go through your brain then. But that belief that you had that you would win the under 17 no matter whether you took part or did not take part in Commonwealth, it's good to have that belief. I think there is something about people from Delhi, right? They have exceptional belief system within them. So Rishabh Pant a few days back in Brisbane, incredible belief system there, and with you as well. So I think there is something that goes through here, the air around here, that actually creates that belief system.
That's quite true.
So it's good. It's good
Yeah.
to be. It's good to be in Delhi after 14 years of living elsewhere. So I think I hope that that air goes in me as well. So we'll talk about a little bit about Samvedna, because I think there are a lot of sports NGOs right now who are doing pretty well,
Right.
including
Right.
Samvedna, because first of all, it's very inspiring that someone at the age of 16 would actually do
Yeah.
this. And because at 16, probably the only things that goes through a normal mind is how do you crack
Yeah.
11th, how do you crack 12th, whether you take science, arts, or commerce, whether you take
True.
engineering, or do you become a doctor,
True.
do you become a CA. So from that mindset.
Just 1 second.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
sorry. I think someone's.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no problem. Yeah. So just tell us about how you started Samvedna in the first place, because it's still a little shocking to me that a 16-year-old kid would do it. But but still, I can believe it right
Sure.
when I hear you. So how would you tell us about the journey of Samvedna?
Definitely. Definitely. So, it was Samvedna was all because of our passion for chess, because we were so deeply passionate about this game that we really wanted to, take it to every nook and corner of the country. That was the whole idea behind it. We did not have any other motive of starting Samvedna. It was just because we always wanted to give back to the society, but we thought this is the best way of giving back to the society for us, because this is our area of expertise. And
Yeah,
sports is something that has really shaped us into who we are today. And we know what sports can do to you and how it can actually make you a better person. And we
yeah,
wanted others also to experience sports and try out different games, and get new skills because of that.
yeah.
So I was in high school and I just entered ninth grade, and
Okay.
we had to make this very difficult decision that do I take chess forward, or do I take academics forward, because doing both together is not it's not that great an idea. You have to choose one, prioritize one, and then
Yeah,
put in harder efforts into that. So it was a very difficult decision, but like my family and all, they all suggested that at this age, I think academics is more important for you to pursue, so why don't you take chess as a hobby. Now, this was probably the by far the most challenging decision that I had come across, and it was a crossroad in my life, the most difficult crossroad. And I basically said that okay, I'll take chess as a hobby. I'll play tournaments when I am free, but I'll mainly focus on academics, because high school becomes very rigorous in academics.
yeah,
But then we obviously were so passionate about the game that we couldn't just leave it behind. And then that is where the thought of Samvedna actually came in, that let's give this coaching to underprivileged kids, and see how they can actually perform in this game, because kids who are in the slum areas, by nature they are very hardworking, and chess is one such sport that requires a lot of hard work.
yeah,
And we really wanted to see them grow into grandmasters in future. And they had the potential, because my brother and I, we used to visit, our mom used to look after an NGO, and we used to go weekly to the bastis and teach kids chess, and we used to see the potential inside them. And we thought, why not scale it up, why not start working towards this cause. And we wanted to provide them with the resources and the material to actually grow and to be able to pursue this sport. So that's how we started Samvedna. And obviously, for any social enterprise, you need funds, you need
yeah,
money, because if you want to provide coaching, you want to provide chess boards, anything, you need funds. So
yeah,
for that purpose, we organized a chess tournament on 14th and 15th December 2019.
Okay.
And that was the event where we launched Samvedna as an NGO, as our initiative. And around 250 players took part in this tournament, and we were able to get a lot of funds. And we were like very fortunate that the sports minister of the country, Shri Kiran Rijiju ji, he came to our event as a chief guest, and he also
Okay.
endorsed this initiative. So that was the start of Samvedna. And now the journey is still going on, but that
Yeah.
was how we actually began.
That's probably the most beautiful start you could probably imagine. The sports minister of the country himself,
Yeah,
blessing your event. It's brilliant because when I think it's a lot of kids in India face this issue at ninth and 10th grade, whether you want to pursue sports or you want to pursue academics, and you go either ways, you have to sacrifice one. But in spite of sacrificing one thing, you have still made your passion for chess. It's worked out pretty well, because I think Samvedna is doing pretty well, and especially during the pandemic. I think I've heard a few stories about your NGO. So, would you like to tell us what exactly you guys did during the pandemic, and how it actually
sure.
helped a lot of people?
Sure, definitely. Thank you so much. So, after this tournament was over, we actually started, centers in two bastis physically, and we were
Okay.
teaching chess to the kids one on one. But then, of course, COVID happened, and things had to be stopped at that point because we
Yeah.
couldn't go and teach them physically. So that's where we thought, we are not going to stop ourselves, because a lot of people, because of the pandemic, they just restricted their activities and they stopped doing what they were doing. Being kids, even we could have taken that decision that, there's nothing is possible during this time and we can't do anything, and we just give it up. But we were sure that, nothing can stop us, not even the pandemic. And then we tried to shift everything online, and we used social media platforms to reach out to coaches, and we were
Okay.
requesting them to come and join our cause and help us to teach underprivileged kids chess. So we requested them for their time and their they just given 1 hour of their week and help us with this cause. And we also reached out to NGOs simultaneously and requested them to give us kids who were interested in learning chess.
Yeah.
So we connected these coaches with the kids that came through the NGOs, and Samvedna became that platform which connected them together, and this started the classes. We started
Okay.
with like 100 kids, and every week there were more kids approaching us, more NGOs approaching us, and they were asking us that the kids are very interested and can we even expand to different states. So when we actually started with Samvedna, we thought we'll start with Delhi, and we will start centers in Delhi. Once those are successful, we'll move on to other states.
Yeah.
But the pandemic actually, it just expanded our horizons, and we started thinking beyond Delhi, because now everything is
Yeah.
online. You don't
Yeah.
really care if it's this state or any other state. So
Yeah.
we were able to go pan India, and we started teaching chess to kids from across 7 states in India. And
Wow.
at the present moment, we are teaching 350 plus children. And another interesting thing is that these classes, they are happening in regional languages. So if you
Okay.
see a Rajasthan class going on, it's happening in Rajasthani language. The Mumbai class is happening in the Maharashtra, the Marathi language, and
Yeah.
the Karnataka class is happening in Kannada. So every state has their own regional classes going on, and every week, they happen on Saturdays and Sundays. And I sometimes log into one of the classes and see how things are going on, and it's so interesting because I can't understand what they are saying, but I can see the interest in the
Yeah.
students and curiosity that they have, and it's been such an amazing experience throughout. And we really, really, we are feeling so self-satisfied from within after
Yeah.
being able to achieve this.
I think it must feel really empowering when you log into those sessions for two reasons. I think one of them, you see the kids being empowered themselves, and you see the beautiful thought that you had in your mind actually being executed. So, huge congratulations
Exactly.
from
It's
the,
like,
yeah.
the thank you so much. When your dream actually turns into reality, it's such a heavenly feeling that there are no words to express it. It can only be experienced.
Yeah, I think the Sports Doyen is also a birth of the pandemic, during the pandemic rather. So we ourselves were a bunch of masters pursuing sports man. We are doing sports management masters, and we also ourselves thought that this is the right time for us to actually go out and start doing something, because we felt this is that one period we will never get again in our lives. It will again be a little difficult for us to actually find this that this spot where everyone's at their home and everything's just locked up. This was a perfect
True.
kickstart for us as well. And the pandemic did bring its sadness and sourness, but I feel along with it, it's improved people's resilience, it's improved their determination to go on, and I feel a lot of new really good things have come out of the pandemic.
I
So
agree. Totally.
in that sense, a little thankful to what the pandemic gave us in terms of resilience and
Yes.
determination and all such values that came through it. So, Bhushita, we'll move on to your other interest, because I really want to know what apart from chess really keeps you going. Because as you said, 8 hours a day is chess, but then there are still 16 hours to go. So, what else do you actually do along with chess?
True, true, definitely. I would love to talk about that. So, being a school going student, of course, I have a lot of academic pressure as well. So, I do spend a lot of time in academics trying to complete my assignments, all my work. And apart from that, I love to write and I am an author. And I recently published my book, Open Your Wardrobe for Answers,
Yeah.
which is based on clothing psychology. And
Okay.
this happened in September. So this is my journey as an author has also been quite parallel to my journey with Samvedna, because it both started around the same time. And I feel writing is something that really helps me relax myself and relieve myself, because whenever I'm feeling low, I just pen my thoughts in the form of words, and that just calms me down. So writing is something I do apart from academics and chess. And I also love entrepreneurship. So I have a lot of business ideas that go on in my mind, and I try to pitch my ideas to investors, and I participate in business courses and investor panel presentations quite a lot. So these are some of the things I do. And yes, of course, I also started my YouTube channel because
Yeah.
I thought I would like to explore that. So that's another thing I'm doing. I love
Yeah.
to research, so I write articles and I also make videos based on my research.
Do you have 24 hours in your day or 36? I really want to know.
No,
uh,
I have 24 hours in my day like everyone else, but yes, I try to use those hours as well as I can.
that's really beautiful. And as we announced before as well, you've got the UNESCO award for being a millennial writer. Is it for the same book that you've written?
No, no. This one was actually a writing competition where we had
Okay.
to submit articles, and then they selected 100 top writers and then published them in a book, and
Wow.
they were millennial UNESCO's millennial Indian writers. So that was actually long before I started with my author journey.
Oh, okay. And I think your book, as you said, your book talks about clothing psychology, right? It's really interesting. I would
Yeah.
really want to read it. I'm pretty sure many
Thank
of
you.
them would. We have Meda joined with us on the call, and I'm pretty sure she's one of those avid book readers, and she would be really dying to read that. You know,
Thank you so much.
it's the first time I'm actually hearing about something like this, clothing psychology. I mean, I don't know how that actually goes into, but I am pretty sure once I read your book, I will get a little understanding of the topic. Uh, you know, as you said, you are into business competitions. You take part. You pitch your ideas to investors. You already have those innovative ideas, that leadership strength that you already talk about. So, considering all these qualities that you already have and all the things that you've done right now, what are your plans for the future for Samvedna? What are your plans for your chess career, your career as an author? There's so many avenues that you have right now. So how are you looking forward to all these?
Sure. So, as far as Samvedna is concerned, I really hope to reach out to many more underprivileged kids this year and teach them chess. So for that purpose, what we are doing is we are collaborating with Pratham NGO, and we are preparing a chess course which will be available on their app, and the students can it will be available in around 15 languages, and students can easily access the courses and complete the courses at their whatever time they are comfortable with. And between these courses we will keep organizing sessions and workshops with the top coaches who can train them and solve any doubts that they haven't been able to understand in the course.
Okay.
So this is a hybrid model that we are creating with Pratham, and we really hope to launch it very soon before the summers begin. And with this we really our target is minimum 5,000 kids. So that is one thing that we are doing with Samvedna. The second thing is we are trying to reach out to senior citizens, because I feel chess is one such sport that can actually benefit the seniors a lot, because
Yes.
you don't need physical rigor, physical activity to play chess. You need your mind. And
Yeah.
senior citizens will definitely be able to productively use their days if they start playing chess.
Yes.
So we are definitely working on that, and as soon as our examinations get over, the final exams in February, we will be working on this as well. And
Okay.
apart from Samvedna, I'd say, as a chess player, I have, the pandemic has really stopped all the tournaments that were going
Yes.
on. And my brother and I, we both are really hoping to play a chess tournament very soon, because it's been so long, and that's one thing that really excites us. And our holidays actually mean chess. At one point they would be like, others would be going around exploring the world, we would be exploring the world but through chess. So
Yeah.
this is one thing that really we are excited to do this year. Hopefully things get better and tournaments start again soon. And as an author, my goal is that I published my second book. I'm almost halfway through with it, and it's going to be about Vedic literature and
Okay.
spirituality.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
your video recently on YouTube for Blossom with Bhushita was also on spirituality. So,
Yes.
that was probably one of the segues where how the book's actually going to be. And if that is a trailer,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure the book will be fantastic too.
Thank you
Bhushita,
so much. Thank you.
it's incredible that what you have done at this very young age, and we at the Sports Doyen wish that you continue doing this, because not only is it
Thank you so
increasing
much.
not only is it increasing your personal profile, I feel the NGO and the work that it does with chess especially is magnificent, and we wish you all the best from the Sports Doyen for this. Thank you for really coming
Thank you
here.
so much. Thank you. It really means a lot. And it was a pleasure speaking to you.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure our viewers will, enjoy this, because they will take a lot of heart considering that someone at this young age is able to do such magnificent things. And probably this video will also inspire a lot of people to do it themselves. So thank you to you, Bushita, again for joining us.
Thank you.
And thank you to all our viewers who have tuned in to us for this unsung sporting tale here on the Sports Doyen. Please do like, share, and subscribe to the video. Click the bell button so that you get all the updates on the Sports Doyen, and we will see you soon.